Once upon a time in a world sculpted from clay, lived a man named Clay. This world was unlike any other, where every tree, every house, and every creature was meticulously crafted from the same humble material. The village was a vibrant tapestry of colors and shapes, each piece telling a story of its own. Clay was a curious soul, always observing, always wondering. His eyes sparkled with an insatiable curiosity, a desire to understand the world around him. He would often be seen wandering through the village, his gaze lingering on the smallest details, the things others might overlook. He found beauty in the mundane, the way light danced on a raindrop, the intricate patterns on a butterfly's wings. To Clay, these were not just ordinary sights, they were miracles of creation, each one a testament to the artistry of the world he lived in. He would spend hours marveling at the delicate veins on a leaf or the way shadows played on the ground. He believed the world held endless secrets waiting to be discovered. Every day was a new adventure, a chance to uncover the mysteries that lay hidden in the folds of his clay world. His mind was a treasure trove of questions, each one leading him down a path of exploration and wonder. Clay lived a simple life, content in his routine. His days were filled with the comforting rhythm of daily tasks, each one a familiar melody that brought him peace. He cherished the predictability of his life, finding solace in the repetition of his actions. He woke up each morning, the smell of freshly baked bread wafting from the local bakery, a comforting constant. The aroma was a promise of a new day, a reminder of the simple pleasures that life had to offer. It was a scent that wrapped around him like a warm embrace, grounding him in the present moment. He worked diligently in his shop, crafting clay figurines, each one imbued with a piece of his heart. His hands moved with practiced ease, shaping the clay into forms that seemed to come alive under his touch. Each figurine was a reflection of his inner world, a piece of his soul captured in clay. He found joy in the smiles of children as they gazed upon his creations, their eyes sparkling with delight. Their laughter was a melody that filled his heart with warmth, a reminder of the innocence and wonder that still existed in the world. It was in these moments that Clay felt truly alive, connected to something greater than himself. His evenings were spent in the warm embrace of the local pub, sharing stories with friends, laughter echoing through the room. The pub was a place of camaraderie, where the worries of the day melted away in the glow of friendship and shared experiences. It was a sanctuary of joy and connection, a place where Clay felt truly at home. Life was familiar, comfortable, predictable. It was a tapestry of moments woven together with threads of routine and habit. Each day was a reflection of the last, a cycle that brought both comfort and a sense of security. Yet within this predictability, there was a yearning, a whisper of something more. Yet a part of Clay yearned for something more, a deeper understanding of himself and the world around him. He felt a pull, a call to explore the unknown, to step beyond the boundaries of his familiar life. It was a desire that gnawed at him, a hunger for discovery and growth. Little did he know, change was already knocking at his door, ready to reshape his world, just as he sculpted his clay. The winds of change were stirring, bringing with them the promise of new adventures and the thrill of the unknown. Clay's journey was about to begin, a journey that would take him beyond the confines of his clay world and into the heart of discovery. The first signs of change were subtle, like the gentle shift in seasons. The leaves on the trees began to change color almost imperceptibly at first, hinting at the transformation to come. The air carried a different scent, a mix of nostalgia and anticipation, as if whispering secrets of the future. The once familiar streets seemed different, the rhythm of life slightly altered. The hustle and bustle of the town had a new cadence, a beat that was both exciting and unsettling. Buildings that had stood for years now seemed to have a different aura, as if they too were part of this grand metamorphosis. Clay noticed the bakery had a new sign, the colors brighter, bolder. It was a small change, but it stood out, a beacon of new beginnings. The aroma of freshly baked bread was the same, yet there was something different in the air, a sense of renewal that was hard to ignore. The laughter in the pub seemed a little forced, the stories a little stale. The once vibrant conversations now felt rehearsed, as if everyone was trying to hold on to a past that was slipping away. The camaraderie was still there, but it was tinged with a sense of loss, a yearning for the way things used to be. He felt a change within himself too. It was a subtle shift, a growing awareness of the passage of time. He found himself reflecting more, contemplating the choices he had made and the paths he had taken. There was a sense of introspection that was both enlightening and unsettling. His reflection in the mirror seemed unfamiliar, his eyes reflecting a newfound depth. The lines on his face told stories of experiences lived, lessons learned. He saw a different person staring back at him, someone who had grown, evolved, and yet was still searching for something more. He felt a restlessness he couldn't explain, a longing for something he couldn't quite grasp. It was as if his soul was yearning for a change, a new adventure, a different path. This restlessness was a constant companion, urging him to explore, to seek out new horizons. The clay figurines he sculpted now bore different expressions, reflecting a whirlwind of emotions he couldn't articulate. Each figure was a piece of his soul, a manifestation of his inner turmoil and hopes. The act of sculpting became a form of therapy, a way to process the changes he was experiencing. He tried to ignore these changes, clinging to the comfort of his routine. The daily rituals provided a sense of stability, a semblance of control in a world that was constantly shifting. Yet, deep down, he knew that change was inevitable and that resisting it was a futile endeavor. But the world around him continued to shift, like sand slipping through his fingers. No matter how tightly he tried to hold on, the grains of time slipped away, each moment a reminder of the transient nature of life. He realized that change was the only constant, and that embracing it was the only way forward. He felt a growing unease, a sense of being adrift in a sea of uncertainty. The familiar anchors of his life seemed to be loosening, leaving him to navigate uncharted waters. This sense of unease was both frightening and exhilarating, a reminder that growth often comes from stepping into the unknown. The familiar landmarks of his life seemed to be fading, replaced by an unfamiliar landscape. The town he had known all his life was transforming before his eyes, each change a testament to the passage of time. It was a bittersweet realization, a reminder that nothing stays the same forever. The ground beneath his feet, once solid and sure, now felt unstable, as if the very foundation of his life was being reshaped. Every step he took was a leap of faith, a journey into the unknown. Yet with each step he found a new strength, a resilience he never knew he had. He realized that change, like the tide, waits for no one, and resistance was futile. The tide of change was inevitable, a force of nature that could not be stopped. He understood that the only way to move forward was to embrace it, to let go of the past and welcome the future with open arms.